Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2015. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-minis are trading higher by about 8 3/4 points to 2049 1/4 per contract. This is a pretty sharp move higher. This comes after economic data was just released in the United States. Looks like we had the weekly U.S. Jobless claims report. Looks like that dropped to 289,000. You also had retail sales drop for the third straight month. Who cares about the economic data? All we care about is the action on the charts. And right now the charts have moved higher. Futures are trading up by 8.5 points at this point in time. All right, there's a lot going on out here. Yesterday you did have bank stress tests. Some of the banks that did pretty well, I guess, are Citigroup. That stock is trading sharply higher at $54.20. It closed at $52.34. The stock, believe it or not, has an upside bias to around 56 and change, but it is overbought in the near term. So just take that into consideration. While it still has more upside to go, maybe on a daily chart basis, intraday, you did get a little bit overbought already. So be a little bit careful. I don't know if Citi's going to have much left in the tank. Let's take a look at JPMorgan Chase, which is the most important bank stock, and this stock closed at 60.24 yesterday. It's trading at 60.49 today. So all in all, this is a stock that can go a little bit higher. I don't see anything really wrong here. We'll watch that one intraday to see how it plays out. I want to take a look next at Wells Fargo. That's been really one of the darling stocks. That's holding steady for the most part. If Wells does come down, it does have a lot of support around the 52.20 level, so keep that on the radar. Let's take a look at Bank of America Corp. And what you're going to see here, Bank of America is trading at 16.12. This is exactly where it closed yesterday. If the stock gets up to 17, there's going to be a ton of resistance there. If it does fall and trades back down, watch the $15.10 level. There will be very good support there. So a lot of mixed messages, but you know your levels now, and that's what we watch for trades. We really don't care about where it goes. When it gets to our level, that's when we want to react. All right, let's take a look at some other stocks out here today. ACAD, which is Acadia Pharmaceuticals, stock is getting hammered on the downside. So this is a big mover, at least this morning. When I look at this one, I have to think that we're probably looking at a few different levels here. I'm going to have gap levels worked out. So just realize stock closed at 44.76. Yesterday it's trading at 34.59 now. I'm going to have gap levels worked out in the chat room. We'll play this one today. Again, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the intraday stock chat. I'll have the gap levels played out for us by 9 o'clock in the morning. They'll be posted. So we should get a trade on this one this morning. ACAD, this looks like a pretty decent gap down this morning. This is a huge move lower. Stock is trading down by 22%. So we will look to play this one this morning. Let's take a look at CYBR. This is CyberArk. And what you're going to see here is that the stock is trading at 52.50. It closed at 55.60. This is a new issue. So basically, this is a good stock to trade once the opening bell rings. The levels are much lower, much higher for this CyberArk right now, but the stock will be in play today. So pretty decent little gap down on CyberArk. We'll look at this once the opening bell rings. Right now, there's really nothing I'm going to say about it at the moment that looks all that promising. Let's take a look at KKD, which is Krispy Kreme Donuts. This stock is trading at $18.59. It closed at $20.35. I do have levels for this one off the bat, but the level I'm looking at for this stock is much lower. I like the $16.88 level, so keep that level on the radar. If it gets there, $16.88. That's going to be a really good level. Also, I'm watching the $17.68 level, so that's about a buck lower. So you got two levels there, $17.68 for some chart support, and then I really like $16.88 if it does get down there for Krispy Kreme Donuts. Here's another new issue, Shake Shack. This stock is trading at $43.10, closed at $46.90. I think there'll be some support around $41.10, $41.15. So keep that on the radar today. It's a hard stock to trade because it doesn't have a lot of time on the charts. This stock just debuted really at the start of the new year. But I did work out a little calculation around 41.10. Again, it's a little higher risk because it's not a stock that we have a lot of data to work off of, so be careful with Shake Shack. Here's another new issue, Box. So Box is trading at $17.12 right now, closed at $20.53. There's nothing I will do with this equity. If it breaks to new lows, I'm not really even sure where it could go. 1630, maybe 1640. There will be some support there, but be very, very careful with Box. This is another stock that just debuted at the start of the new year. And again, only 3 months of data. We don't really have that much time on it. So just be a little bit careful with that one. Let's take a look at Dollar General. Dollar General is having a good day. It's trading up around $74. I think it's a little bit overbought here. Stock closed yesterday at $71.45. So I would not be a buyer of Dollar General at this stage of the game. If you own it, you trail your stop loss. If you don't own it because of the uptrend, I wouldn't short it. But I really don't see this getting much above the 74 level. Let's take a look at Pilgrim's Pride today, PPC. There's still problems in the chicken market. Turkeys with some avian flu. Again, this stock is trading around $24.50. All of these stocks will be in play today. Pilgrim's Pride, Tyson Foods is another one. And you could also take a look at Sanderson Farms. SAFM is the ticker symbol there. All of these stocks will be in play today. Today, Lumber Liquidators has their investor conference. Stock is trading at $34.70. Did trade above $37 earlier, so we'll see where this thing settles out. Yesterday, you did have a hedge fund manager that is backing the stock and says these claims by 60 Minutes, and some other hedge fund managers are unwarranted, so we'll see where it goes from there. Again, very news-oriented, but very oversold as well. So we'll see how that plays out today, especially once they hold their investor conference a little later this morning. Let me see here. We're going to take a look at oil today. Crude oil is trading higher by 14 cents. Generally, crude oil will trade higher when the dollar goes down. And today, the U.S. dollar is selling off. You got a little weakness in the dollar. So crude oil should trade up. If the dollar gets a bid, watch for crude oil to pull back, so be very, very careful. If we take a look at the USO today, which is a good way to trade light sweet crude, you'll see it's trading at $17.84, closed at $17.77 yesterday. So all in all, oil's upticking just a little bit here. Again, once we see something more significant, we'll let you know, but oil's been a very, very tough trade. Gold has caught a bid today. Gold is up $5.60. Maybe the drop in the dollar is helping gold. Gold is trading at $1,156 an ounce. If you take a look at the GLD this morning, you'll see that's trading at around $111.05. Gold is oversold in my opinion, so due for some type of a bounce. You also have a big double bottom on a daily chart of GLD at 110. But either way, you got to wait for that real good trigger for gold. It's gotten a little bit tricky recently. I think we've covered everything that we wanted to get through. Once again, it will be a pretty busy day. Futures right now are trading higher by about 8 points. We'll see if they can hold up, or does more news come out that the Federal Reserve has to raise interest rates in June, and that could send the markets tumbling back down. But in any case, come on over, take a 7-day free trial. You'll see everything that we're doing. You'll see all of our levels on all different areas of stocks, bonds, commodities. It doesn't matter. If it chart it, we could trade it. With that being said, have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you on the charts.